Overnight, a daycare chain accused of financial irregularities and insufficient supervision. And happy birthday, America. On this July 4th, our nation is 214 years old. I'm Bill Carlson. Bud Kraling is here with the weather.
The Channel 4 News at noon is coming up next.
Coaster, corkscrew, big flume dropper, Excalibur, the big eye popper, Thunder Canyon's wet surprise. Stop, you won't believe your eyes. IMAX maxing, bumpers bumping, dancers dancing, skiers jumping, Scrambler, Wild Rails, Enterprise. Stop, you won't believe your eyes. Valley Fair, hey energize, pump it up, believe your eyes. Come to Valley Fair.
For the largest selection of carpet and linoleum, for the lowest prices, better see C-Stats. C-Stats is Minnesota's oldest name in floor covering and carries all major brands of carpet and linoleum. Browse through C-Stats' walls and walls of carpet and linoleum with thousands of colors and styles to choose from. Better yet, C-Stats also has thousands of remnants at an amazing 40 to 80% off all year round. For the largest selection of flooring at the lowest prices, better see C-Stats, 1.5 blocks east of Gaultier Plaza in Lower Town, St. Paul.
I like the Sprite in you.
Wonderly, I like the Sprite. I am Heavy D and I'm very particular. Others may try, but Sprite is pickier. Lyman has the twist of unexpectedness, the one you can't resist. Number one on my list. There's a lot of wannabes running around town. Some say they're up when they ain't even down. Remember, I am Heavy D and the boys are my crew, and we like Sprite in you.
I like the Sprite in you.
LensCrafters presents another breakthrough, new featherweight lenses.
Anything you can do for a really heavy prescription?
Try our new featherweights. They're so light you hardly know you've got them on.
Featherweight lenses, lighter, slimmer, and oh so comfortable. Available only from LensCrafters in-store labs in about an hour. New featherweights.
They're so comfortable.
For all your eyewear needs, LensCrafters custom-crafted eyeglasses in about an hour.
LensCrafters, Crystal Shopping Center in Rosedale Commons.
From WCCO Television, the community's first choice for news in the 90s. This is Bill Carlson, Bud Kraling with weather, and this is the News at Noon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the News at Noon. One man is dead and a suspect at large in what appears to be a gang-related shooting in North Minneapolis early this morning. Details are still sketchy, but police say a teenage member of the L.A. Crips gang shot another man at 900 Oliver Avenue North. The assailant fled the scene in the victim's car, a light blue Cadillac Seville with a brown door. The victim died just about an hour ago at Hennepin County Medical Center. And in the 500 block of Avon in St. Paul, another horrible crime overnight. Two 12-year-old girls savagely attacked by one, possibly two men who broke into a duplex apparently to commit a robbery. The girls were having a sleepover date and were left alone for just about 20 minutes when the intruders entered the house. One girl was stabbed in the throat, the other choked and found unconscious. The assailants fled when the girl's mother came home. Both girls are expected to live. We'll have further details on later newscasts. At Taste of Minnesota at the Capitol, police reports say no more major incidents of theft last night. That after there were 9 more assaults Monday night and several the night before. Security was stepped up to protect Taste Festival goers, especially as they left the Capitol lawn to head for the cars when most of the robberies occurred. But on to happier July 4th news. It is a day for picnics and parades, fireworks and fun, and reporter Daryl Savage has spent the morning sampling some of the Independence Day fare in the area. He joins us now from Powderhorn Park in South Minneapolis. Happy 4th of July, Daryl.
Happy 4th of July, Bill. As you said, there's nothing like the 4th of July to rekindle American pride and for generating parades across the area. Here at Powderhorn Park, there's double the reason to celebrate because this is also Powderhorn Park's 100th anniversary. It's centennial. Earlier this morning, a group of neighborhood people pushed out a plastic cake with 100 candles right out into the middle of the lake here. That will be out here throughout the night. This is the end of a 2-week celebration where they've had veterans raising the flag this morning, music. They expect 50 to 70,000 people to come out here for the fireworks show tonight. But I don't have to tell you, this is not the only show in town. There's been a lot of red, white, and blue marching down Minnesota streets this morning.
Well, I really don't mind the rain.
We went down to the annual parade in Eagan this morning. Thousands of people lined the streets to watch the bands and floats and clowns. Of course, most of the music had a patriotic flair. Some of the spectators we spoke with say they wouldn't miss the 4th of July tradition for the world. Some have been doing it for years, and many adults talked about how important it is for the children to understand the United States struggle for independence. There were, of course, dozens of parades across the area this morning, and there will be some more this afternoon. And again, fireworks around the Twin Cities area, including right here at 10 o'clock. We're at Powderhorn Park. They're expecting a special fireworks celebration that'll start again at 10 o'clock to celebrate the 100-year anniversary for this park and, of course, America's birthday. Bill?
No lack of things to do around the area today, Daryl.
Certainly not, and it is cooling off out here, so they don't expect the hot temperatures to keep people away because it's overcast and is very comfortable.
Okay, thank you. Daryl Savage reporting live. The nation of Liberia is in turmoil. Rebels are said to be closing in on the capital of Monrovia, and there are unconfirmed reports that President Samuel Doe is ready to resign. Doe is said to be just holding out for guarantees of safety for himself and his tribe. 4 U.S. warships are stationed off the coast of Liberia, ready to evacuate Doe and American citizens should they need help. This 4th of July is seeing intensified anti-American protests in the Philippines. On this day in 1946, the Philippines became independent of United States sovereignty. Today, demonstrators in Manila and other Philippine cities turned out in force to blast the use of bases in the Philippines by American military forces. The United States government has advised all Americans to leave the Philippines. One Peace Corps worker abducted last week has still not been found. In a much more peaceful environment today, President George Bush is making last-minute preparations for the NATO summit slated to begin in London tomorrow. Bush, winding up a vacation in Kennebunkport, Maine, is planning a proposal that NATO abandon the so-called flexible use strategy of nuclear weapons and instead consider nuclear weapons only as a last resort. Changes in the threat from the Soviet bloc are prompting the Bush proposal. History being made in London today. Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher gave a warm public welcome to Nelson Mandela. Thatcher in the past has said she would not meet with a representative of the African National Congress and called it a typical terrorist group. Mrs. Thatcher opposes sanctions against South Africa. Mandela is urging all nations impose or maintain sanctions until the white-led government ends apartheid. And in South Africa, thousands of seals are safe from slaughter. In response to protests from around the world, the government has suspended plans to kill 25,000 baby seals and 5,000 adult seals for exportation. The seals were to be exported as dog food and as an aphrodisiac. The full July 4th weather forecast coming up next.
Kentucky Fried Chicken introduces the Colonel's Dozen for just $11.99.
The Colonel's Dozen, huh? What do you get?
Start with 12 pieces of chicken.
I love chicken, especially with mashed potatoes.
That's good. The Colonel's Dozen comes with mashed potatoes.
Wow, the only thing that can top mashed potatoes is gravy.
You get gravy, too.
Come on, the next thing you'll say is you get coleslaw.
Guess what? You get coleslaw.
You said it.
And the Colonel's Dozen is only $11.99.
I bet a deal this good won't last long.
Available at participating restaurants offering soon.
See, I told you.
First Eye Care Center has great news for people suffering with cataracts and for their families. Now, cataract removal is a safe, painless procedure that's performed on an outpatient basis. It takes about 30 minutes, and you'll be back home with your family the same day. There is no hospital stay. For a cost-free cataract evaluation, call First Eye Care Center at 884-6333. That's 884-6333 today.
Give me 3 soaps, give me 3 soaps, Spirit. Give me 3 soaps, all in one. Give me 3 soaps, give me 3 soaps, Spirit. 'Cause I love what you have done.
New Spirit's a whole new kind of soap, because it cleans like ivory, plus it's a deodorant bar like Safeguard, and a moisturizing bar like Dove, all in one.
Give me 3 soaps, give me 3 soaps, Spirit. Give me 3 soaps, all in one.
New Spirit, it's like 3 soaps in one.
It's Iron World's fabulous 4th of July celebration. The Duluth Superior Symphony Orchestra will present an extravagant night of classical music at 8 p.m. in Iron World's Amphitheater Wednesday, July 4th. The Chinese Golden Dragon acrobats and magicians of Taipei will dazzle circus fans of all ages. Performances run from July 4th through the 8th. Dr. Michael Dean will be performing at Iron World July 5th, 6th, and 7th. You won't want to miss an evening of fun. Join Iron World's fabulous 4th of July celebration. There's always something happening at Iron World.
Ah, yes, it's the famous bugler of St. Louis Park, who only shows off his pucker prowess like this once a year on July 4th. It is, of course, a man who is unidentified, but who hasn't been seen this year. I wonder what happened. You're not going to do it this year?
No, I didn't do it this year. It's been captured on videotape forever, I suppose.
It's being sold at your neighborhood home video store, too, you know, very, very inexpensively.
Ask for the Bud Kraling videotape of To the Colors.
Pucker prowess.
On the 4th of July. Well, I was a bugler in the Army for 2 weeks one time in Manila in the Philippines, and that's where I learned all my bugle calls.
I see. Well, we heard about a week and a half of it.
Yes. Well, today it's cloudy and 80 degrees. Yesterday at this time we were talking about the sunshine, and that was 91 at noon yesterday. 80 today. So much cooler, drier air is moving into the 5-state area from northwestern North Dakota. Over the last 10 years, we've had a variety of 4th of July kind of weather, and I checked the warmest over the last 10 years. That was 99 degrees on July 4th, 1982, and the wettest over the last 10 years, over 1.5 inches of rain fell July 4th, 1983. We do have a slight chance of a shower this afternoon, but it looks like the rain will be out of the area by sunset when all the fireworks will start. Earlier today, the real kind of fire, pinwheels and cherry bombs I'm talking about, well, rain moved from South Dakota into central Minnesota and kind of through the western and northern suburbs from Rogers area and Watertown, Minnesota, into the northern suburbs. No official amount of rainfall at the airport station. My driveway was just a little wet, but Redwood Falls did have about 1/10 of an inch. And over the last hour, there have been some heavy thunderstorms around Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And cooler, drier air definitely is taking over. Where yesterday we had dew points around 70, this morning, in mid-morning, Williston, North Dakota, the dew point was 39, and in the 50-degree dew point range from Jamestown, North Dakota to Roseau. So that cooler, drier air is going to slide down and take over the metro area by late this afternoon and tonight. A much more pleasant day for tomorrow. Dew point still in the 70-degree range over eastern Iowa and southeastern Wisconsin, where they expect the same kind of weather we had yesterday. There are some thunderstorms and some scattered light showers just north of Pipestone, Marshall, Redwood Falls, Renville, up to St. Cloud, and moving on to the east at about 35 miles an hour. And they could move through the northern suburbs. We do have a chance of showers or thunderstorms in the metro area for the afternoon. So outside the 5-state area, the thunderstorms are scattered about from New Orleans, from Mobile, Alabama, over to the Jacksonville, Florida, and Tampa area later today. So the thunderstorms, most of the heavy thunderstorms, will be along the Gulf this 4th of July. For the afternoon, partly cloudy at Duluth and 80 degrees as for the high. We're at 80 here in the metro area at the moment. It was 93 yesterday in Duluth. Cooler 79 degrees, partly cloudy at Seattle, but still 100. Las Vegas, down through Dallas, St. Louis, with the warmer and the higher humidities moving to the northeast. New York City, 95 for the afternoon, and thunderstorms at Mobile, and 86. Our forecast for becoming partly sunny this afternoon, a slight chance of showers, more comfortable today, 87 for the high. Winds from the northwest 5 to 15. For tonight, partly cloudy, 64 overnight. Northerly winds 5 to 10. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny. I guess if you could design a perfect day, this is probably going to be it. Mostly sunny with a high of 83. At the moment in the Twin Cities, we're cloudy and 80. Humidity 56%. Winds from the southwest at 6. Dew point at 63. Pressure rising from 29.93. Cloudy, temperature at 80. This postcard, incidentally, is from 1910. And you notice, if you look closely, all the American flags on the boats at Lake Harriet. So from 1910, Bill, kind of a patriotic scene back in the early part of the century. For the afternoon, a slight chance of showers. Afternoon temperature in the upper 80s.
That perfect day scheduled for tomorrow, but it's not a bad day tonight for watching the fireworks. There's so many pyrotechnics displays planned for this evening. We can't list them all, but here, take a look at just a few of them.